Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein, and today, or whatever day it is, or nighttime, or whatever it is for you, for this episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the Successor of the Claw, and kind of her weaknesses or strengths, or kind of just go through the analysis here of who she is, what she is, and everything. Now, she does have a couple of interesting things to note up front, that if you go for pure flame resistance, pure fire resistance, because every single one of her attacks does fire damage, you will be 100% immune. And if you have a flame resistance over 160, you will be invulnerable. So let's go ahead and show that. So we can do this, and now we are at 168. And if we run in here and take a couple of hits, it'll go ahead and slap us, and we're invincible. So that's very nice. That's very nice to note. That if you get over 160, you'll be invincible to all of her attacks, and it's not really that hard to get over 160 by any other things in the game here. So up to this point in time, you will have something like the festive fang, or the dawn, or the night fang here, midnight sun fang, whatever thing you're going for. And if you put a fire chrome, a Scothic chrome on here, you can get up pretty high on your flame resistance here, because you get that 50 added, so you'd be at 92, and then plus the 45 from here, you'd be at 137, and then plus 20 from here, you'd be at 157, so you'd be right close to invincible. And you do have access to elemental wall at this point in time, because flame protection, ironically enough, comes from Dark Night, which is directly before the City of the Falling Flame, and you pick up a couple of Scothic chromes in the area here anyways. So getting to 160 fire resistance is not actually that difficult overall. Some good recommendations would be the Medican Shawl, or whatever, the Covetous Shawl or Prayer Shawl that you pick up in the Howling Pit. This is a great one because it has pretty good light value, and it has pretty good fire resistance, as you can see here, up to 97, which is really good, because then you add 45 to this and you're at 142, and then you add the 20 from the fireproof tonic and you get 162. So that would be a good choice as well. So we can show that here. And so as long as you get over that 160 mark, you should be completely fine to just basically waltz in, do what you want, and kind of walk out with a super easy win. And it doesn't get any better for her in phase 2, because all of her attacks continue to still do fire damage. And so you can see here, even with this blood veil that you pick up in the Howling Pit, it just doesn't matter. Getting over 160 is where you want to be, and since this is kind of a subpar blood veil anyways, you can pair it up very easily. Here, as you can see, it's only 48 pounds, so you can use it kind of anywhere and everywhere. So kind of cool that even some of these really basic blood veils and everything are available to you. And again, if you're going for elemental wall, you really don't need it. You just need a Scothic chrome, a pretty high light value, or a pretty high fire value, and flame protection, good grief, and a fireproof tonic, and you should be able to get to that. You should be able to get to that 160 fire protection versus the kitty here, and you'll be aces to get through her. Okay, so for her actual fight, she does have 2 phases to her. She has a first phase until until almost halfway of her health, and then she goes to a phase 2. And in phase 1, all she does is a couple of slaps, and she has the gift. That's also one of the things about her. She has Ember Reversal that she uses, and if you look at Queen's Claw, it has Rose Flame, Fire Lily, and if you look at Skothic, it has Crimson Moon and Ember Reversal and Peony Flash. Now she's one of the very few bosses in the game that actually uses all of the gifts that she has access to in her blood codes from both blood codes. And it's kind of cool that the way that these are used with the Revenant, she uses them that way. So Rose Flame, she puts them out on the field in phase 2 and they explode. Fire Lily, she uses that in phase 2 and it's a dart that hits you or close to you and then explodes after some time. She does use Crimson Moon just in her spin attack. It's kind of like a slashing blade that comes out. She uses Ember Reversal in the first phase, and she uses Peony Flash at the transition point when she moves from phase 1 to phase 2. And she has fire, I guess, on her Blazing Claw sword that she gets on her back, and it's kind of cool that you can see her sheath it when she takes it off her back and then put it back on her back after she's done with her attack. So you hear that clinking sound, that's her grabbing the sword or putting the sword back. I think that's a nice little cool touch that they put, and you can kind of see it here coming off of the side of her back here, and how it sheathes there. So pretty cool design, pretty cool boss, and how it goes about manifesting itself in the fight. And that's really neat that the things that you see her do are the things you get later on. Now, I am a little disappointed in that, because that means that for something like Queen's Breath or Fion, we should see something like, you know, a giant explosion that we could get access to, or something like that. And we don't really see, we don't see a huge super dash thing from Nicola's stuff that would take us across the map and like blast into somebody, or we don't see like an antler attack or some kind of big smashing fist attack or something like that. So kind of disappointing that way, but she definitely uses everythher that comes in contact with her blood codes and in the fight here. So pretty interesting to note that. Okay, so her element resistances, I guess we can start with those. They are the same from phase 1 to phase 2. They do not change, which is very nice. So whatever you encounter in phase 1, you can use that same logic in phase 2, which is really good. So in order of weakness, I guess, she has a weakness to ice, so I guess that should be kind of obvious. And it's a 10% weakness to ice. So if we go ahead and get back in here, and we'll go ahead and use this, and we'll go back to the Hound's Veil here, and we're at 168, so that's nice. But if you do get a little crazy and you go for Elemental Wall, you go up to 234, which is completely overkill, not necessary. But if you're going for ice damage, she has a minus 10% weakness to ice. So if you're going for physical attacks, she takes an extra 10%. So she takes the full 20% from the ice weapon, and then she takes an extra additional 10%. I love the little head jiggle there when you hit her with crush damage, and she gets staggered. Her stagger is the funniest one, I think, out of any of the bosses, because she just wiggles her head around like a cat. It's pretty funny. And let's see if we can get her to stagger again here. Okay. There you go. You see her sheath it there. And she has 2 swords. She has the Blazing Claw. There we go. There's the head jiggle. That's my favorite. Okay, so minus 10% on ice, and on blood, she has a 0% resist. So feel free to go for blood at any time, so that way you can get even more damage out. And so you can use that in phase 1 and phase 2, which is great. Oh, there's another head jiggle. And that's really great that you can use that to your effect in either phase, going for blood or ice. Very good that she doesn't resist blood at all. That's a really good thing. so you always have that to count on. And then for lightning, this is also in the positive category for us. She has a 0% resist to lightning, so very, very good that way. You can use ice, blood, and lightning to go for, you know, any kind of attack setups that you want to go for. Absolutely. Okay, so now that she's without our attacks here coming from flame protection, we still have 189 because of elemental wall, so that's very, very good. And then for flame damage, she does a 70% resistance to flame damage. So if we buff up for everything here, we get a 30% from ice, we get 20 from blood, and 20 from lightning, and then we get a minus 70% resistance from flame. So all of them would cancel out, and we would get just our base damage. So if we go for fire weapon, there you go, it's a massive damage reduction. But if we go for all the others, we're right back to no damage increase or decrease. We're at 105, and that's right where we would be anyways. Okay, and so let's try and get what is that? Yeah. Oh, so now we're below 160, so we're taking damage again. There we go. Okay, so now we're fine again. And you saw there, as soon as elemental wall dropped out and our fireproof tonic dropped out, we did not have any ability to stay invincible anymore. Okay, and let's go ahead and head back, and let's talk about statuses and actual damage values. For actual damage values, in order of, I guess, good use for her, crush and pierce. So if we do crush from the pipe, and then if we check pierce from the impulse anchor here, the impulse anchor has 100% on strike, so you're able to check pierce damage very, very quickly out the gate. And if we look at what our damage is, it should be 810. Okay. Okay, stay still. Okay. Good. And there's 810. So pierce, she's got a 0% pierce resistance in phase 1 here, which is very nice. And let's get our pipe back. And our pipe at 97 damage. So let's check our value here, 87, and that is a 10% reduction in damage on, it's a 0% reduction in our crush damage. So pierce and crush have a 0% resist, so go for pierce, go for crush, you will have a very good time fighting her. Okay, and if we switch to slash, our value is 406 here. And 329 is the value we get there, and that gets us, when you do the math out for it, so 406 times 0.9 times 0.9 gets you a 10% resistance to slash damage. Now she does have a very strange phase 2 transition for the damage values, where pierce and crush get a 5% increase, and slash gets a 10% resistance increase. So in phase 2, she has a 5% resistance to crush and pierce, and she has a 20% resistance to slash. So you definitely want to be still going for pierce or crush in phase 2, no matter what you do. Okay, and she's just a lot of fun to bully around, and anybody can do this because you have everything necessary that you want during the fights leading up to this area to make sure that you can do this. So this is not some kind of like crazy, you gotta finish the game kind of a setup and stuff. She's one of the very interesting bosses. In fact, that is the case, that you can do that. And as long as you have a little bit of I-core here, and you can be above 160 on your defenses for fire, you will be able to absolutely destroy this boss with anything and everything that you want to, because you can be invincible up to this point in time. And so anybody in their first playthrough should never struggle with this boss ever. And as she is the easiest one because you have Dark Knight and you have access to chromes up to this point in time. So very, very fun boss, very, very easy boss. A great setup here, nonetheless. Okay, so let's go for this. So now we're below 160 and we're taking damage. Okay, there we go. And now we're right back up there. Okay, and as far as elements or statuses go, the most susceptible she is will go in order here. We'll go in order from what she's weakest to what she's strongest to. Okay, and let's go for the effects here so we can see them on the screen real time, if I can get them casted. Okay, and slow, good. Alright, now let's get them applying here. So you can see right off the bat. Would you stop hitting me? Okay, now we're getting some good applications there. And you can see in order there, they go poison, inhibit, slow, and stun. So if you're going for any kind of element setup or status effects against her, I would say definitely go for poison, because she's super susceptible to poison, and you can put her down pretty quickly with a venom build, and it would be very, very nice to put her down that way. And you could even do something like a Dark Seeker, because Dark Seeker has a mind of A, so you could use, and you see here we're even getting, oh, we gotta watch ourselves now. We're not invincible anymore. Now we are, just in the nick of time there, so very good. But Dark Seeker could be a fun way to go about killing her with poison, because you would be getting back 6 Ichor all the time from blood draining venom, and since she would be poisoned for 30 seconds, you'd be getting it back. Let's see, you'd be getting back 18 Ichor on the blood draining venom. So it would be really, really great to just go and put her down in a really quick, easy, simple way using Dark Seeker. And again, because Dark Seeker has a high mind value and a good dex value, you can pair this up pretty well, and you can get pretty high flame resistance and pretty good light value. So you should be okay overall to get into the fight and have Ichor aplenty, because she poisons so easily. Okay, so I guess that's kind of a little bit of the explanations there. Now, as far as HP goes, here at max difficulty, she has 123,600 HP that you need to chew through, but because of her crush, ice issues here, and also her pierce blood non-resistance, you can do all kinds of abusive things to her, in the fact that you can go for some crush ice values like this, and you could go for some of the big crush weapons here, such as you could go for the Argent Wolf brand. You can go for the Wrathful Balmung, since this is a crush sword as well. You can go for the Blanched Greatsword. You have a whole bunch of options to go for overall, just because of the fact that you're able to do. You could even go for the Queenslayer Greatsword, as this has the Beyond Chrome on it, and you can get that extra damage from the ice value there. So you have a lot of good options, but you then could switch this around with the Libertador Intensified and go for Radiant Barrel, and we can try a couple of these here to see kind of how they play out here for us. And if we go for, not this one, but sure, we'll go for I guess we'll go for the fortified, so we have more resistance there. And if we go for something like this, go for ice. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. Okay, all this is really good. And if we go for something like this, well, we don't have Jack here, so we could slot in something like blood damage, so that's another 20% damage value there. And we don't need Merciless Reaper because of the fact that she has 0%, so we go for more damage out of lightning. So you can see here that the damage is starting to stack up pretty high here, and it's kind of a joke how much damage you can get out on her very, very quickly and easily. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this kill would look like in some kind of fashion here. Now you don't have to do it this way at all. It's just kind of, you know, just a really basic suggestion here to go for something like this. Okay. There we go. Good. And now let's go for this. Okay. And we'll go for this. Good. And let's see how much damage we can get out here. Oh, come on. There we go. 70,000. So that's pretty good to send her into phase 2 there right away. So that's very, very nice. That you can, I mean, you could almost two-shot her very easily there. And that's just because of the fact of all the amount of crazy that you can get here built up on this setup here. So now if we go for something like the Radiant Barrel, we go for mind and or strength and willpower, and then mind and willpower. And here probably go for probably, yeah, I guess we'll go for mind and willpower here. That'll do us nice, and sure, that's fine. This will be different. We won't need element resistant or element weaknesses anymore, so we'll go for all the other things here. Good. And we won't need this, so we'll probably go for Blow of Madness, just because it's a little bit extra damage. But to be honest, Cognitive Zeal, because it's mind and willpower, you get about a 5 to 6% increase in your damage, rather than just adding 400. And 5 to 6% over 70,000 or so, over 100,000 is pretty good damage. About 6,000 damage, about that you can get from Cognitive Zeal, rather than going for Blow of Madness. So something like this is completely ridiculous and overwhelming here for what we're doing, but it's fun either way. So here, I mean, you could just go for something like this, so your normal mobility, nothing too incredible there. And if we check out what this is going to do for us, oh, and here we will switch this for, let's see, yeah, I guess we could put Blow of Madness here because Bridge to Glory doesn't do anything for us, so we can go for that, and that will be the max amount of damage you can put out through something like Radiant Barrel here, because of how the multipliers go and such. So let's go ahead and get going here. Okay. And this is just a lot of fun. A fun way to go about killing her in different various ways, just because of the fact that you know, she's really simple and basic to kind of take down in a fun, easy, simple, nice way here. Okay, so if we just kind of walk in here, we'll see what kind of damage we can do. And remember, this is all solo on the highest difficulty. Okay, so 92,000, so that's not bad at all there, that we can do that against her. So you can see that we have a little bit of damage that we're capable of putting out against her, and it's kind of a joke of a boss fight because there's so many different ways. And if you pair up with Louis, and you get that other stack of overdrive, just from the fact of Louis being there, you can get some pretty good damage numbers, because you get that extra 25% from his overdrive, and we'll see if we can get her in a one-shot here without even using a communal. So that's kind of fun as well, that she's that easy of a boss that you don't even need a communal gift in order to take her down. But she's a good boss overall in design and everything that's got going on for her here. I really do like her design and how the boss, how the fight actually happens and everything. Where's Radiant Barrel? But the actual outcome is kind of pointless here, just because of the fact that he's so easy. So, okay, so that was about, let's see, about 90% of her health just gone. So that's kind of cool that that you can just walk in and basically end her without even any kind of communal overall. And just the fact that she doesn't resist blood and she doesn't resist pierce makes Radiant Barrel all that much more deadly against her. Yeah, it's completely crazy and overwhelming. But if you go for the other thing I love about her is that you can go for the pipe against her, and it's kind of a joke going for the pipe against her, but it's still a lot of fun to do it anyways, regardless of you know what's going on around you. It's still a whole lot of fun to go for the pipe kill on her, because it does crush ice, and you can have access to Eva doing this, and it makes it even that much more fun, and it makes it for a really good time in my book here, to go for this kill. Now you do need a little bit of gift extension. I mean, you don't need gift extension, but it definitely helps overall. Okay, and then we go for elemental wall, and I guess we should go for this. Okay, yeah, ice, and then we will need let's see, this, and we need this, and ice, and bridge, and Eva. Okay, now this is my favorite way to put her down, just because of the fact that that you can do this, and it's so simple and so easy overall, and you can kind of just walk in, end her, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, and but the problem is here that you know, you have to use things very quickly in order to have access to everything, because of Eva makes everything cost more ichor, and so you have to use some items here to make sure that you get up and over the available limit here. Okay, good, and one more, good, and this, and one more, good, and we'll go for Severing Abyss. Where is it? There we go. And ice, good, and let's go.
We can't let ourselves
And this is a lot of fun to just beat her down very quickly. If the oh, come on, she moved. If what is that? Elemental wall is up and available here. Oh, okay, and we gotta kill her quick here, because yep, there's final journey coming into play there. So that's why if you hit her with severing abyss, it makes for a fantastic amount of damage. But that's the problem, is that she always gets away because of the build up and wind up time on the set there. So if we go for gift accelerator, we should be able to beat her down even faster with severing abyss. Now she should stagger at one point there, but she just didn't, and that stagger should be the point that would give us the ability to put her down with severing abyss. But oh well. But again, this is the most favorite way for me to put her down, just because of the fact that it's the pipe, and it's a lot of fun to use it. Okay, and we'll go for elemental wall. We'll heal. Okay, good. And we'll do this. Good. Good. And we'll go for this and this. And that's the problem, is elemental wall is ending very quickly. We're severing abyss. There we go. Okay, and let's go. And final journey is like almost over, so that's a real problem. Okay, and elemental wall is gonna end here. There we go. Oh, come on. Ouch. And okay, she's gonna stagger now, of course. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh, where is she? There we go. Nope, not gonna get it. So you see, that's why you need to hit her with severing abyss, because otherwise she kind of gets away. And that was really, really unfortunate there, that we had the opportunity and we missed out on it by ever so slightly, just a little bit there. But if you get rid of concentration and you go for a gift extension, it makes it that much more simple to go through beating her down with the pipe here. But okay, let's try it again. And here we go. But it is a fun way to go about beating her, just because of the fact that it's the pipe, and you know, if you got it, you might as well use it in a sense. Okay. Good. Come on. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. She's offering up the body. That's good. Okay.
Thanks.
And let's heal. Oh, they did a wrong thing there. Oh well. Okay, and we'll go for flame resistance. Good, and we are ready to go. Except I need severing abyss. Where is it? Ooh, okay, here we go. Okay, and let's see. Ouch. Come on. Stop doing that. There we go. That was a good hit. Okay. Okay, and where is she? There we go. There we go. Got her. Okay, so that's the successor of the claw, and a lot of fun that you can have with her.